Okay, Kate, I can see we are in Teachermatic now, which is great. So talk me through some of your favorite generators, what you might do if you were using it to prep for some performing arts teaching.
Okay, so I think one of my favorite is learning activities. So if I were to say that my topic is where we are at the moment, which is rehearsing a musical for performance. We'll just give it that for now.
Yeah.
And what I generally do is ask it for way more activities than I actually need, because then you're kind of guaranteed to get some good ones in there.
That's a
Um,
good tip, actually. Ask for more than you need, and then you can start refining.
Absolutely. And then we can move the complexity based on where our learners are. So I'm vocational training and post 16. So I would probably put it up here. That
Mm.
being said, I do also teach level 2 learners. So if I've got all my students in together, I might ask for some tasks that are up here. And then to differentiate my level 2 learners, I might ask for some tasks that are down here. So for now, we'll see what it comes up with.
Amazing.
And it's usually very quick. There we go.
That is quick. Wow. Let's have a look at what's come up with and let
So
me know what
it's,
you think.
so it's giving me some script analysis. Students will dissect the musical script, understand character motivations and the overall storyline. Love that. That's definitely a sort of early on task for our performance work. Vocal warm-ups, character development workshops, explore different acting techniques to bring characters to life on stage. Individual coaching sessions, receive one-to-one feedback and guidance from instructors to hone your performance skills. I love the idea of some costume and set design because although my students are working as performers, it's really important for them to get a holistic view of theatre.
Mm.
So just within that, I've seen 3 immediately that has sparked my brain off going, actually, yeah, I can do that. And this is what I'll get them to do. And because I'm not asking Teachermatic to do the work for me, I'm using it as an assistant. I'm kind of saying, this is roughly my class topic here. We're going to be rehearsing a musical for performance. Give me some ideas of stuff I can kind of throw into the mix. And immediately out of 8, I'm getting 3 that I'm going, yeah, definitely, that jumps out at me. That's a brilliant task. So
Amazing. I really like the fact that you did more than you needed and you're using it to, like we said earlier, get rid of the blank page, just start sparking some ideas. That's a great example.
absolutely. And the more, I mean, I've given it a very simple topic prompt
Mhm.
there. I've just said rehearsing a musical for performance. Obviously, the more I went in depth with that topic, the more in depth my activities would be.
I wonder if we should do a regeneration and explore like expanding that topic slightly just to illustrate the difference. So how would we expand, given this is your area of expertise, rehearsing a musical performance would be maybe say what the musical was or maybe indicate like a more specific part of the rehearsal? What would be a way to explore a different option?
Yeah, so if I put starting rehearsals, oh, excuse my spelling,
Don't worry.
for let's say for a performance of Mel Brooks musical oh, Young Frankenstein.
Great example.
I'm saying we're starting the rehearsals and it's going to be Mel Brooks musical Young Frankenstein.
So it's indicating you're kind of early on in the process, which is
Yeah.
quite interesting. So if you regenerate the response now, and let's have a look at what it comes up with. I'm just curious to see
Mm.
the effect of kind of sort of just niching down a bit with the topic. So let's look.
There we go. Watch a recording of a professional production of Young Frankenstein. Discuss key elements of the musical, music, choreography, and set design. Brilliant. It's a perfect task to start off the student's process. Analyze the character of Dr. Frankenstein and other main characters. Brilliant. Readings of key scenes. Love that. I mean, obviously, we'll definitely do that. There's loads there. Where was it? I saw. Oh yeah, historical context of the original film. That's so important because you know Mel Brooks wrote the film, and then went on to write the musical many years later. So it's really important that students understand that whole context.
Nice.
So yeah, the more info you give that prompt, the more in depth your generations are going to be there, and there's loads of activities there that I could definitely expand out and use with students.
Amazing. I love that. So I'd not played with the learning activities generator. So I like how it's sparking the ideas. So you're not diving straight into planning something. It's actually that stage beforehand when you're thinking, right, what am I going to do? This is broadly where I am. What am I going to do? So it's almost the stage before. So that's a brilliant demonstration, Kate. Thank you. What else would you like to share?
So this classroom questions is really great. Generating questions based on a topic. What I really like about this one is if you give it some really good instruction, the questions that come back are really in depth, that like it kind of astounds me a little bit. So if I say here, the topic is watching the National Theatre's production of Peter Pan as a piece of children's theatre, which is something that we did back in February.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm going to ask it for more questions than I actually need.
Yep, good call.
We can ask it the type of questions that we want. So I'd like some open questions. And then we can look at Bloom's taxonomy here. So what exactly am I trying to get from the students? So I definitely want to test their knowledge and their comprehension of watching the production. So if we give it that for now.
And see what happens. Love
I'm
it.
going to keep the level up here.
Yeah.
And we'll generate. And hopefully we'll get some good questions.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, because you've given plenty of detail in the prompt. So it'd be really interesting to see kind of how detailed and how probing the questions are. So let's have a look.
They're quite detailed.
Yeah, look at that. Let's have a quick scan.
Discuss the themes of childhood and imagination in the National Theatre's production of Peter Pan. And then it gives you a suggested answer.
I wasn't expecting that, because you didn't ask for suggested answers. That's really smart, isn't it?
Yeah. And what's really interesting as well is, having watched the National Theatre's production of Peter Pan, that is such a great question, because the entire set is designed like a child has just gone mad with paint. So it's a brilliant question to kind of spark interest in the students and spark that discussion.
I love it.
Set design and costumes used in the production of Peter Pan. How do these elements contribute to the overall atmosphere of the play? How does it engage with its young audience members? Yes, it does encourage them to participate in the story, interact with the characters. So it's just...
Well, there's a great question there about gender roles. That's quite interesting.
Yes, because Captain Hook is played by a female actor in that production, and Teachermatic knows that, and it knows that that's a really good thing to ask about.
Oh, wow, that's really interesting. I just thought broadly it was going to be asking about gender roles, but clearly it's taken the actual National Theatre production.
This is what is fantastic. Also, in that production, Tinkerbell is played by a male character. So it's such a fun production, but that's by the by. This
could very easily turn into a theatre nerd conversation.
I'm really sorry. The questions are fabulous. And for me, so I wanted my students, we have the National Theatre subscription, so my students can watch National Theatre productions, which is amazing, because being based in Guernsey, professional theatre, it's tricky to access it.
Yeah.
So I wanted my students to watch Peter Pan, and I wanted them to answer some questions around it. So my options were spend an entire evening watching Peter Pan myself and kind of writing questions as we go and really kind of getting into it. Or I could do what I did, which was watch Peter Pan, enjoy Peter Pan, and then ask Teachermatic to help me out with these questions.